this article because that's inaccurate. And I don't see anything on the court's website, and I don't imagine that we will see anything until Monday. So we will see. And some of you guys are saying a financial advisor is an employee, but a financial advisor is an employee of Wells Fargo, not of Williams. They are a service provider to Williams. The bank is a service provider. They're not an employee of her. In the legal and proper sense of the word employee, if that makes sense. The financial advisor has only worked at Wells Fargo for 5 years. It seems that they are saying, well, Wells Fargo was saying that the financial advisor has worked with Williams for 15 years. So that if the financial advisor came to Wells Fargo when Wendy Williams moved assets, I mean, that can happen. So I don't know. We'll see. She had COVID, could have been a personal CNA IVN. They are mandated reporters, whistleblowers. I don't know. But again, it would be odd to call a personal CNA an employee for me. Because you generally would hire them through a company and they would, but that's me also lawyer brain picking out the way the word employee is used. So yeah, anyway. The statement said she was upset to no longer have access. So the former employee is a she. That is a very good point. And that might lean towards it being Schiller. It could be a personal assistant. So it's odd. The whole thing is odd. It's odd. I'm going to try to get to a few of the super chats I missed earlier on and pull those up. I didn't say this the entire 2+ hours. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We're at 198,000. I would love to get to 200,000. YouTube is annoyed with me at the moment for talking about the artist formerly known as Andrew. So YouTube is annoyed with those episodes, and I have definitely noticed the annoyance. Thank you, YouTube. I am aware, but we can talk. I wonder if YouTube's going to be annoyed with this episode too. We can talk about the legal things, YouTube. You guys are saying check out Schiller's LinkedIn account. Wells Fargo isn't referenced. Interesting. I feel the lawyer used that language specifically for shade. It's definitely possible. Whoever the representative was speaking, it's definitely possible because lawyers can do that. It's easier when you're writing things and when you are specifically like literally writing things out. It's easier to pre-think your shade. It's harder when you are speaking contemporaneously. So, yes. Chris Riley, you are right. Internet sleuths. Also, y'all don't forget to thank the mods for all the things. I'm trying to pull these up so I can go over all the super chats and say thank you. Are we sure Schiller was a Wells Fargo employee and not a Wendy Williams employee? The agreement was signed with Wells Fargo, and she was the assigned financial advisor. Wells Fargo has financial advisors that work with Wells Fargo. So the way that this was shown seems to be that Wendy Williams was trying to fire her Wells Fargo financial advisor that she signed an agreement with. So that's how it seems. There's been nothing to indicate anything to the contrary, but it's a great question. That the financial advisor seemed to work for Wells Fargo based on that agreement. Here, I'll show you the agreement that made me think that. I mean, again, there are multiple ways to interpret things, and we don't know. But they talk about the 2018 agreement. On April 11th, 2018, petitioner and respondent Wells Fargo entered into an asset advisor agreement and client agreement, collectively the agreements. So that was signed with Wells Fargo. With Wells Fargo Clearing Services, Wells Fargo Advisors, with a branch of Wells Fargo. And then it talks about the fact that her former financial advisor, Schiller, has been talking to Wells Fargo, and then says, despite petitioner's termination of Schiller as her financial advisor due to Schiller's malfeasance, Schiller's improper conduct, and their professional relationship, respondent relies on Schiller's advisement for its support in its decision to deny Williams access to her accounts. I guess it could be an independent financial advisor in the way that that's worded. Let's see. There was the other one where they talked about her giving Wells Fargo basing it on their employee. And let's see, where's Wells Fargo's letter?
Fuck.
Because I might have just been reading into it that she was a financial advisor employed by Wells Fargo. Let me pull up. Let's see. I'm looking for the letter where they talked about noticed. Well, this is what they say. Wells Fargo is relying not only on the reports of the financial advisor who has recently witnessed telltale signs of exploitations, including the petitioner's own expressed apprehensions, but also on other independent third parties who know petitioner well and share these concerns. Petitioner is an established client of Wells Fargo and notably 15 years with the particular financial advisor, a 23-year veteran in the financial services industry with an unblemished record. So it does not say specifically that Schiller is an employee of Wells Fargo. So it is possible that Schiller is not an assigned financial advisor by Wells Fargo, but a independent financial advisor that has worked with Wells Fargo. I am not that level rich. I don't know these things. So it might have been that I just presumed based on the way it was written, but it does not expressly say that. So that's a great question. Now I have more questions. We will have to do a look-see, because it does not say. It says established client of Wells Fargo, but how long, we don't know. We saw the agreement signed in 2018 and has been 15 years with that financial advisor. They might be independent, and then they might be the employee. Question, is this currently in state court or federal? State. If it is in state court, can Wendy's legal name move it up to federal? Legal team, sorry. Can our legal team move it up to federal? It doesn't need to move to federal. There's no diversity jurisdiction or subject matter jurisdiction that would require it to be in federal court. So there's no particular need for it to be in federal court. And there's not one that's better than the other. They listed in the petition that Williams is a resident of New York. Wells Fargo's in New York, so it can be handled in New York. So I don't know if there would be any strategic advantage to moving it into another place. So, isn't due process for everyone? Yes, and not based on assets, although current events are seeming to show otherwise. Due process should be for everyone. And people shouldn't have their assets frozen without process. So it's concerning. It's all concerning. It's all concerning. Amelia Gottlieb said, greetings from rainy Sydney. Got my coffee and favorite Emily, favorite with a U, spelled in the appropriate Australian way. Happy birthday to your baby. Thank you. I will let him know. Jonathan Bailey said, Stephen Wright had a good joke about, I did that one. Let's see. Buddhist Bear, we did that one. Thank you. Shayla said, honors classes are so easy these days. I'm going to let T know that the law nerd said just go for it. It'll still be fine. You'll get to play Tarkov. Alzomniak said, speaking of IIED, I jokingly accused my boss of it for assigning the office's biggest problem employees to my staff. EDB bled into real life LOL. I mean, that would feel like intentional infliction of emotional distress. It's like, what are you doing to me? I said that I had a boss who separated me and one of my good DA friends into separate offices. And we're like, what are you doing? And he's like, well, I don't want to just put so-and-so in the solo office. I want to put you in the solo office. I'm like, you just want us to stop talking. But look, people have been trying to separate me from my friends, so I will stop talking since kindergarten. I will not be silenced. I want to sit with my friend in my office. Stop making me move offices. My boss literally looked at me and I was like, just give someone else the private office. I don't want it. I don't like sitting in an office by myself. I do better when I co-work. Like I'll be sitting in here anyway. Just don't give someone else a solo office. I was like, give our office mate that listens to EDM while doing office work. He's now an FBI agent, but who listens to EDM while doing office work and slurps when they eat their yogurt. Give them their own private office and leave us the fuck alone in here to listen to Dave Matthews and talk. But no, I'm separating you two. And I'm like, boss, really? And it's like, literally said, because I said so. I was like, stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop trying to separate me so I don't get to talk to my friends. I'm triggered. All right. Which literally has been happening to me since I was in second grade, first grade, kindergarten. As long as Emily's been in a educational environment, people have been trying to separate me, so I will stop talking. Haha. Bully to you. I found ways to talk during water polo practice. Even when I was out of breath, and swim practice and band practice. You will not stop me. You will not stop me. All right. Cynthia Roth said, super confused. The date on the doc is January and we are in February. I don't know which document we are talking about that was dated in January, but yes, we are in February. I don't know which one we're talking about. Sorry. Musings of Apathy said, shouldn't the currency be treated like any other stolen goods and be returned to the victim of the theft? Maybe they will return the crypto. We will see what they will do with the seized cryptocurrency. We'll see. Katie says, I want to be a fly on the wall when Emily finds the Razzle Chan rap videos. Oh, I've only seen a brief part of them on Phil DeFranco's show, but I will look for them. That they spent money on gives off big, pretty mess vibes. I cannot wait. Rain Walter said Wells Fargo is shady. Remember, they got in trouble for creating a bunch of accounts without their customers knowing to boost their quote value to investors. I don't remember that. Coxel Flutter said, I beg you, Emily, when will you address bird law? Janelle Vargas said, here's a quick XOXO to the most badass prosecutor ever. Love ya, Ems. Thank you, Janelle. Catherine said, this is costing Wells Fargo money to do this. Something is really wrong that Wells Fargo thinks they have liability if they allow her to have access to her money. It's very strange. Appalachian, I apologize. See, I sometimes revert back to my California ways. Appalachian Girl Design said, love you, Emily. Thanks 100%. Best content on YouTube. Thank you. Let's let YouTube know that. YouTube, we're bringing infotational content. Damn it. Oscar says, I think they're trying to do a similar thing they did to Brittany, poor Wendy. I mean, at least her money is not being distributed to others. And hopefully there's no fuckery and they're just holding it or freezing it and it's not been distributed anywhere. Brittany's money all just went to her conservators and it's going to be years to see what happened with Brittany's money. Lynn2574 said, this absolutely infuriates me. I'm a social worker. Oh, I pulled that one in real time. Thank you again, Lynn. Seychelles Green said doctors are mandated reporters. That may be it. I mean, yes. Sarah said, question, can Wells Fargo make any transactions with Wendy signing off? I personally have refused to bank with them because of their shady actions. If they have an agreement for her established payments to go through, then she would be signing off, but they shouldn't be moving her money while it's frozen at all. Captain Wee the Barmy said, what is your favorite bird? What is your favorite color? Purple. What is the airspeed velocity of an unladen shade, of your unladen shade? Moment to digress, you look marvelous. Obviously an African swallow. Unladen is my favorite bird. Pink, I think, would be my favorite color aside from, no, rose gold. Rose gold is definitely my favorite color outside of purple. But purple, you know, we love our royalty colors. Homie Owl said, Angel Nicole said, you guys, the judge blocked the guardianship and granted Wendy a restraining order. Well, I have not seen that in the court records, and I do not know if we're there yet. If we are, I will be happy to be proven wrong. Misopinionated Hello said, can't drink alcohol, time to eat my feelings. I mean, been there, and probably will be there again this evening. See, the thing is, we have these amazing looking cupcakes for the birthday for tomorrow. Peggy Cole said the financial advisor only worked for Wells Fargo for 5 years. And then River Shoal, hello, River Shoal, not Melody Shoal, River Shoal said Wells Fargo helps crash the economy by engaging in reckless financial transactions, no consequences. Wendy Williams wants to see her bill. Wells Fargo says nope, because they believe the transactions are irresponsible, not okay. IMHO. That is an excellent and resounding point for being like, What part of the 2008 housing crisis were you involved in, Wells Fargo? You got bailed out. EDM fan, now an FBI employee, that tracks. Trisha Lynn, we had a neighbor before we moved that after work, we were like across an alleyway in very close quarters. Now I'm getting like, I might need way more than an acre, but from where we lived before, we were across, I cannot talk tonight, across a very small alleyway from the neighbors behind us, and our bedroom was on the back. So if I was in the bedroom with the windows open, when they got home from work, they would pull in with their SUV with the moonroof open and talk on speakerphone. I'm like, I don't need to hear everything. So, yes. Wendy Williams show should have this on Hot Topics to help Wendy. I don't know if they want to touch that, but maybe. So it just seems, this all seems staggering. They're referring to the Tati doc already passed the 10 days later. Oh, was it? I saw that say February. I could be wrong though. I could have just read it wrong. Let me go look. Thank you. Thank you for helping me close that loop. I like the amount of Tati folders I have because there are so many cases. Let's see. The order to compel. Let's see. So the order to compel. Oh, it does say 22. It does say January 10th, 2022 up at the top, the filing date. I read it. It's February 10th. So yes, it has already passed and I saw nothing new. Thanks, y'all. That's why I pull stuff up. Like literally, this is exactly why I pull stuff up on screen so that you can see it if I misspeak, because I misspeak. And also, why King County do you stamp things thus? Why is it stamped in the like literally UK date format? Why can't I make this work? But 22 Jan 10th, that was me. I read it wrong. So yes, I guess this has been sorted because there aren't any filings after it that I have seen. So I will go look for more filings though and see if I see anything next week. So thank you for the clarification.
What?
Thank you, Cynthia, for the clarification. I appreciate y'all. Journalists are not the brightest bunch anymore. The thing that's hard for me with modern and like 24-hour news cycle, quick journalism is that things get reported from one source without verification. It's like, oh, well, ET says they've seen this. And then it just, everyone picks it up. So it seems legit because so many outlets are reporting it. But when you dig into the weeds beyond the headlines, normally it says as so-and-so's reporting and you can kind of track it back to the source. But it is hard when things move that fast. It's just hard when things move that fast. So let's see. Netflix had a documentary called Dirty Money, and season 2, they have an episode about Wells Fargo. Ooh, I will go take a look. There's a lot of stuff I've been wanting to watch for sure. And I've had, you guys are like, no, the UK puts the day, then the month, then the year. See, I'm wrong on all accounts. Who puts the year first? It's so confusing. I can't blame the Brits. Question. Do you think that after the publicity of Britney's conservatorship, we will see a lot more petitions to grant guardianship conservatorships with celebrities? I hope we will see less, but I think that they will come to light more because there was so much fuckery that went on with Britney. I think people have their spidey senses up and they're like, wait a second, I am so confused. Question, when are we getting back to Johnny versus Amber, and what do you think of Canada stopping Give, Send, Go? I have not looked at the legal reasons why Canada stopped Give, Send, Go. It concerns me. Look, government intervention and stuff always concerns me, but I have not seen the legal why. It always raises a question of like, I would like to know why. I don't know why. So I don't have thoughts because I don't know why, but it always like if the government was freezing people's accounts, I'd be like, well, what have they done to warrant that? There should be due process, but I don't know Canada's charter well enough to know what the due process is there vis-a-vis here. When are we getting back to Johnny versus Amber? I don't know. Other stuff keeps happening. They should be rocketing towards trial, and that should pick up, but soon. Are you going to cover any stories happening in the Olympic court, oh my God, the trying to parse the bureaucracy that is what is going on in the Olympics is a challenge because I am not deeply familiar with how all that works, with the different international committees versus the committee for the particular countries versus. Like, I'm not sure. I'm just not sure. So yeah, I'm not sure. I will try to parse it, and if I can parse it, I will do my best to parse it. So, question: why did Wells Fargo file in New York City when Williams lives in Florida? Williams filed in New York City. So Williams filed this petition. Why did Wells Fargo file the guardianship in New York? Probably because that's her domicile, like that's her actual legal state of residence, though she happens to be in Florida now. Because in her petition, she says she is a resident of New York. So no COPO tonight. I am sorry, y'all. There's no COPO tonight because I just had a lot going on. So I have not pulled BAM's guardianship.
Wayfair has everything I need to make my home totally me. Sometimes I'm a homebody.
Seriously?
Sometimes I'm all
The
business.
fuck?
And yeah, I'm not a chef. Perfect. But thanks to Wayfair, I do love my kitchen. Yes.
So the products in the Truly Beauty and SpongeBob collection were to clear, brighten, protect, as well as prevent against fine line and wrinkle formation. Ingredients in all these products is mango, pineapple, hyaluronic acid, sea kelp, as well as algae. So this is an in-shower polish. What this polish works to do is gently buff away dead skin anywhere in your body. This can help in evening out skin texture, as well as preventing fine line formation. It's this gorgeous yellow color, and this can be used as an all-over body serum. This one also smells just like fresh pineapple. Pineapple is really rich in an enzyme called bromelain. Works to gently exfoliate and illuminate skin while decongesting. This gorgeous pink color, and again, you can apply this all over your body on any area that you want to feel tight and firm. So it has this gorgeous pink and green and yellow swirl. It's similar to other Truly body butters. It's super thick and creamy, but absorbs very, very quickly into your skin. It can also help with soothing irritated skin if you've been in the sun all day. It's a skincare travel pouch. This mini spatula scoops out the perfect amount. Shop all the new products in the Truly Beauty and SpongeBob SquarePants collection by heading to trulybeauty.com.
But I did cover in August BAM's lawsuit, and it had some very disturbing allegations. That is in an Emily Show episode joint with the Scarlett Johansson topic that I covered back in August. So if you put in, like when you go to my YouTube channel, you can search by topic. I covered BAM's initial lawsuit. So we need to clone Emily so everything can be covered. Sometimes it's just trying to prioritize. So that. Question: why a guardianship if they think she is being taken advantage of? Seems like that is their concern, not that she's not capable of making her own decisions. So in California,
dangerous for Cedars Coves. They are the one.
I just don't always have time. And nothing really spoke to me this time. And I saw you guys tagging me about the ET article. I see it about the filing for the TRO. We covered that. If there are any others, I will go look. But that was the ET Online story. So, and that is all I've seen. So with that, I am going to say that it is time for us to go. I will see you around the social medias. Probably not a lot this weekend, but if you guys see other stuff pop up, please feel free to tag me on Instagram, on TikTok, on Twitter. You guys are, I feel like the law nerds have become the like law nerds paralegal because I so deeply rely on you to bring to my attention the things that you think are the most interesting, the things that you think are the most top of mind, et cetera, et cetera. So, Lynn, I legitimately have no idea what you're talking about. So since I have traveled, I have personally had a lot going on. So I am not abreast of everything that is going on. On top of creating content here, life stuff, and the podcast. So I just don't know. I literally do not know. I do not know that there are things going on. Sorry, I truly don't follow. I truly don't follow what goes on with KJ because I don't at all. And there's been so much else that I've been covering that I just don't. So we will. I know there's stuff going on in the Maxwell case. That is the next on my list between Duggar and Maxwell because that trial, the motion for new trial is something I'm deeply interested in. And I think it's important to cover because jury fuckery is something that we have to talk about. Have to. So no, I'm not avoiding it. I just don't know. Do I avoid KJ nonsense? Sometimes. I just not like don't want to know, not interested, not just like I have my own section of the internet over here that I just like to stay in. So Amy said, I have a very rough draft of a law journal article, mind taking a look, giving feedback, need help with legal jargon. Amy, you know where to find me. So you know where to find me. You can email is the easiest way. And I think you have my email. If not, I will DM you in Patreon because you have my email and we will take a look when we hopefully give me what your deadline is so I can make sure it falls appropriately on the list. But I will not be on social a ton this weekend due to kiddo birthday stuff. And I appreciate all of you. So law nerds who feel like my paralegals, I appreciate you. Tag me in the things you want me to talk about. I will always put that in consideration. This is a very long way of saying goodbye. Goodbye. All right. I will see you all on Tuesday. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. Have a great weekend. Don't forget to do the liking, subscribe, YouTube things I always forget to ask, and I will see you soon. Bye. Connect with me everywhere. I'm at the Emily D. Baker. If you guys want to join the text, just text Emily.com. If you want to join the channel, LawNerdsUnite.com. Happy to have you support what we do here on the YouTube. Empty words. It's a Tuesday. I've got coffee. I've got Kersey. We have a lot to talk about. Like a lot has happened since Sunday. Like a lot has happened. And I was going to talk about some other topics today, but I'm fascinated by this DMCA lawsuit. So we're going to talk about that today too, because sometimes when I'm fascinated, it's just that's the avenue we're going. So what I was going to talk about on Tuesday was prepped last week, and then it all got yeeted right out the window, and we've got an entirely new show for you today. So today, in quick bits, I'm going to be talking about the Supreme Court taking on the Warhol copyright case, which could change the definition of fair use and transformative use, something I'm very interested here on the platform because so much of what creators rely on is fair use. The FTC is going after TurboTax, which will be a quick bit. Then we are going to get into WTF happened at the Oscars from a legal perspective. There is a lot of other context and a lot of ways to talk about this story. I am going to talk about it from the perspective of a former prosecutor and going through the legal sides of it while acknowledging that there is a lot of context here, but does context change the legal analysis of what happened at the Oscars? I've been asked a lot about fighting words. Y'all aren't going to like what I have to say about that, I don't think, but we're going to talk about it anyway because the law's the law. And sometimes facts, just facts. I've got I've got my facts shirt on today. We were inspired. And then we're going to talk about this Bungie lawsuit over DMCA trolls and the issue on this platform. So if you're seeing this video, the platform hasn't taken it down yet. But there is actually another lawsuit where a company sued YouTube for not enforcing its policies when people abuse the takedown system. And that is the heart of this bunch.
Watching